So, all right, let's see what else I want to share. So he said if you change, everything changes for you. Like if you become better, you have better relationship, better career. If you want to have more, you have to become more. Okay? Don't wish it is easier. Wish you are
Better.
better. Is it awesome? That's Jim Rohn quote, right? Just do the easy things. Don't do the hard thing. The hard thing is what? What is the hard thing? Divorce. What else? It's a tough thing in life. You don't want to go through it.
Health.
Heart attack, health. So the easy thing is work on yourself, work on your relationship. I mean, just do the simple thing every day, doing it. Then you don't have to do the hard thing. The hard thing is painful, right?
No, I mean, the way I see it is, now that you know the easy things that you need to do every day, it will take care of the hard things.
Exactly. It's awesome.
So we strengthen it to avoid have to deal with that, right?
Exactly.
So if you don't do anything, you neglect, and this will fall apart anyway.
Exactly.
So, but we can change the course of action if we anticipate this and fix this on the get-go.
Tony Robbins said what? Where your energy goes, where your focus goes, the energy flows. So when you focus on family, your family gonna be awesome. You focus on your career, you have an awesome career. Focus on your health, your body, your whatever it is, yourself. Then you'll be awesome, right? Okay, I think everything else you guys talk about it. Awesome. Okay, that's a good short video. I found it last night very late. But anyway, I love it. Okay, now today we talk about something different. What I'm talking about today is completely from what I see and I share. I'm not an expert in this topic, not at all. I just see what I see. I just share with you what I see. You can look at it different way. Totally fine with me. I just show you what I see. That's it. What I found. And you can go home and think about it and determine what you want to do with it. Now we're going to start the training today. What are we going to talk about? Hello everybody on Zoom. I think I saw Andre, Josh, Jung, chị Ann, chị Jamie, Casey, Dan. Hello. Linda. Linda, you're not even home yet, right? Is she home yet? No.
Alex crying here, Linda.
Linda, you gotta go home. We miss you. Alex miss you more than anybody else here. Okay. Okay. Good to see you here anyway, Linda. I hope to see you soon. We ate all your chocolate.
Yes.
You're still not home yet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Don't bring any more chocolate. We have enough chocolate, but we just want to see you. Okay. So today we talk about inflation, interest rate, U.S. house price, and should I buy my first home now or wait? Do we have, this is the latest, is it the latest one that I sent?
Yeah. You sent it last night.
Last night, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Next one, slide, please. Okay, we talk about inflation, okay? Just touch a little bit on inflation. So I got this data. This is all I got from Google and stuff. I don't create this. I just collect them. I put it in slide and I just show it to you. So in 1967, 100,000 then equivalent to 793,000 now. You see that? So that's 54 years later. So it's like, this means the today price are 7.93 times higher than average prices in 1967. So the value of the money increase or decrease? Decrease. Big time, right? So much. If you have 100,000, you put in your bank account, you put in your saving. How much do you have now? I don't think you have much now, but things change. If you saving account, we're not gonna help unless you buy a house, right? I'm talking about house now. I should not, but anyway. So how much did it cost things in 1967? So a cost of a new home back then is how much? Did you see it? $24,600 in 1967. What is the average house now? We're gonna show you later. And then look at the second one. Median household income is $7,100. So the household income means the whole entire family, right? Whole entire family income is $7,100, and they can feed the whole family and do everything. Now, oh my God, 7,000 is like, I don't think it can really do much. Anyway, so cost of a first class stamp is 0.05 cents. Right? Like, is it 5 cents?
It's a nickel.
The nickel, right?
Yeah.
Nickel. And right now, how much? I don't even use stamp anymore.
55 cents.
Yeah. So how much more? I don't know. A gallon of gas is 33 cents. How much is it now?
$4.
$4, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
The gas.
Look, if you buy a dozen egg back there is 49 cents. Right? Now how much?
Maybe over $2.
I don't even, I go to the supermarket, I never pay attention.
Yeah, about $2.
$2 now you can.
Yeah.
So you see, the money value decrease. So how do we have to find out how do we keep our money value so that we don't lose so much like this. I think if we put 100,000 in the bank account, saving account, back in 1967, even though we have how many percentage of interest? 2%?
No, 1%.
No.
1%? I don't even know.
1% if you buy CD, otherwise 0.002.
Under
So
1%.
almost to
Oh,
nothing.
so do you think saving is a good thing to do nowadays?
No.
If you have all your money and you don't want to spend any money, you don't even want to go to the restaurant because you think it's costing money, you just, everything you bring home and you cook and you save money in any way and then you put everything in your saving account, you think you're going to be rich after 50 years?
No. Broke.
You lose your money.
Yes.
You lose your money big time.
You lose at least 7 times because if it continues to be
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
But look, when you buy a house, you lock in an interest rate for 30-year fix. You lock in the power of your money. You lock it in. 30 years. The same money amount payment for 30 years. And your house value is going up. So you don't lose anything when you invest in your home. That's why real estate is investment. Doesn't matter you buy a home to live in or you buy a home to rent it out. You investing. You don't lose your money, but you gain so much because of the home appreciation. You need to talk to your client about this. You need to educate your client about this because they don't know. Because a lot of people are still saving. Because that's what we learned back then. My parents teach me to save.
Save money.
Save money. You gotta
Not
save
grow
your money.
money.
Save money.
Not grow.
But now I
That's
teach
right.
my daughter,
Yeah.
you gotta invest in real estate. You gotta invest in real estate. The money you make, all you need to do is investing. I don't ask them to save money. I ask them to invest. If you ask me about cash flow in my bank account, I never have cash. Okay? That's why nobody can borrow money from me. Because everything in the real estate. Everything in real estate.
That's a good point. Somebody borrowed. I don't have any
I
No,
money.
because I don't have
Borrow
money.
money.
I don't have money. Everything in real estate. Because
Take note.
no, because money, if I put it in my bank account, it's a waste. I put in it to just to spend for the months, but the rest will go to my real estate. Okay? And then the next slide. Okay. Let's look at 2021 inflation rates. So this is the slide for this is the graph from, I think it's starting in 1955 and all the way to I think it's 2019. But I stopped at 2001. The inflation rate was 2.8, 2617, whatever it is. That's the inflation rate in 2001. Why I picked 2001? Because that's when I bought my first home. So I have to give you what I understand, what I know, what I experience. Okay? So what was the interest rate for 30-year fixed in 2000? Actually 2001. I should change 2001. I bought my first home after we married. We married in December 2000. Leon and I start looking for home in like January 2001. Because after we married, right, we went to a vacation in Vietnam for 3 weeks. So we came back, we start looking for a home. And we talked about this in our Voice of Pacificwide radio last Friday. We bought our first home. We only have $25,000, and we bought our first home. The price is $500,000. A small little home, 1,000 and something, 1,078 square feet, like less than 1,100 square feet home, 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, right? It's cost us $500,000, and we only have $25,000. So we borrow my family for another $25,000. So we have 10% down payment only. So 10% down payment. So we have to borrow 2 loans, right? First loan is $400,000. The second loan is $50,000. And the first loan, my interest rate was, I think Leon said like 7.5 or something for my 30-year fix. We were both engineer at that time. We have good credit score, and our loan was 7.5% interest rate for 30-year fix. That's our first loan. And our second loan, the rate was 9.5%. And we bought the home anyway. All right. So let me show you the next one. The next one is the rates. So I also pulled the interest rate in 2001. Look, 9%. Of course, this is it is January. So I think I closed my home somewhere in February 2001. But see that? The inflation rate was 2.8 something, right? And the interest rate was 9%. Remember, the last few years, the inflation rate was really low, right? And the rate's really low. Okay, so we go to the next one. This is the house price in 2001. This is the average price in the entire country. Even I bought my home at $500,000 at that time, but the average is $169,000. But remember, 1967, the average price is $24,000, right? So how much more? Like from 24 to 169, how much more?
7 times.
Is it more? Is that 7 times? 24,000.
Somewhere between 7.5, I guess.
You see that when the money value decreased by more than 7%, and the home value go up more than 7%.
No, 7 times.
7 times. Right. You're right. So the home value going up 7 times more, right?
I think 14. If you compare the price way back into 1967, right, up to 2001,
Yeah.
it's 14%.
So it even more than 7 times. It's like so much more. So if you talk to your client about this, then you ask them, do you still want to rent the house? And again, renting the house is throwing the money away. Do you agree with me? Every month you pay, if you rent a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, maybe you rent it at $3,500 a month, $3,500 a month, go out the door, and then after 10 years, I think you throw away more than $400,000. You don't get anything back, more than $400,000. If you buy a house, you don't lose any money, but you gain again. Buying a home is investing, and this is the safest investment compared to stocks, compared to anything else. So
Question.
yes,
What if customer ask me, since the price is too high right now, they're afraid it's like in the bubble of 2008, and what if it's dropped by half, then they will lose their down payment. How
Awesome.
can I overcome that?
that's the whole purpose of the meeting today, is to answer that question. So yes, we're gonna answer that question. Next slide, please. So this is the inflation in 1981. Look at inflation in 1981.
Wow, 10%.
10.33%. More than 10% inflation. Look at the next slide. Look at the rates. What is the interest rate at that time, everyone? Just read it out loud.
20.50. 20%.
And people still buying home at that time, by the way. So the rate gonna go up in the next few years or whatever it is, we don't know. Make sure you never tell people, oh, I cannot do real estate anymore because rates going up. No, you can sell real estate even rate is 20%. So never tell yourself I cannot sell real estate because of any reason. People buying home no matter what. 20%, 20.5%. All right. All right. So this is the residential rents. So in 1994, and this one in San Francisco. This data is San Francisco. The previous slide we talked about the U.S., the whole entire U.S. data, and now we go particularly into San Francisco area because this area is so expensive, right? So in 1994, I think, so like average rent is $1,010. But look at 2019, it's $3,440. So when we rent a house, if somebody renting a house for 30 years, how much money that person thrown away? Beside the money they throw away, the income tax. Every year they have to pay income tax, right? You have to pay income tax. You rent a house, that doesn't matter. But if you own a home, when you file income tax, you have tax benefit for homeowner. So you don't even, just like amazing, it's like how much money you save or you earn when you own a home. Look like everybody in this room, if you are still renting a home, you need to talk to me, buy a home right away. Because you see how much you throw away your money. And every month, you not only every month you throw away money, but then you also pay your income tax at the end of the year. So right now, guys, if you have down payment, take advantage of the no-doc loans. Oh my goodness, do it. The no-doc loan is so good right now. Only 35% down payment. I'm not selling here. I'm just telling you from my heart. 35% down payment, so what? I might have the money, that's my investment. I put the money into my investment, right?
No income required.
No, we don't even care about you have your income. We don't even care where you work. Only thing we need is your credit score. If you never owned a home before, you need to have 700 middle credit score. 700 credit score, 35% down. If somebody currently own a home and want to invest into a new home, then that person only need 25% down. So you want to talk to your client about this big time. You don't want them to lose money. People don't even think about how much they lose because they don't think about it. They don't know. People don't know what they don't know. It's just because they don't know. But you as a professional real estate person, you are an advisor. You are a consultant. You not just sell. You teach people what you should do, what you should not do. Be that person. People, when they call me on the phone, my clients, they ask for my advice. Be that person. They ask for my advice because they know I give them advice. Even I meet my client the very first time, I give them the very best impression right away. I tell them what I know. And at that point, they know this person know a lot and this person can give me good advice. And a lot of time when people come to you to do business with you, they want your advice. Information, oh my God, they can go up on the Google and they find any information, interest rate, yes. They can find home. I can find home, like where I want to buy, yes. I know how much my house worth. People can find information on the internet. Be different. You don't want to be just the information person because you will be obsolete very soon because they don't need you no more. They need your advice. Be an advisor. Be a consultant. People when they call me because I do a lot of video. Oh, this is awesome. You guys gotta do video. When they call me just for advice, people from other state, they call me, they know I can't do loan for them. They say, but I need your advice. Can you help me? I said, of course, I will help you. Whatever, everything I know, I help you. But I cannot do loan in your state, but I can still give you an advice. Be that person. Then people only need an advisor, but they don't need someone just give them the information. You learn, you take notes, and you read your notes, and you repeat what you learned to your clients. Today, for example, right, after you're done with this training, I want you to look at your notes and call your friend and talk about what you learned today. That's the only way you can remember what you learned. Share what you know, like Jim Rohn said. How can I remember stuff? Because I share everything I learn. If I learn something, I share my team. I learn anything, I share. That's how I remember things. I don't have good memories. Never say, oh, because I don't have good memory. I have the worst memory. I'm terrible with memorized things. But because I talk about it, that's how I remember. Of course, before I go on here, I have to look for data and I have to think about why it is this the way it is. And when I think about it, it gets into my mind. And then when I talk, I share with you, it gets inside me more, and I remember things. And then when I see my client, I talk about what I learned, what I know. I share with them. This is all data. People can look at data, but they don't know what they're looking at, right?
They don't know how to apply it to
Right.
their own situation. That is a thing. There's a missing link.
Because I have engineering background, I love number, I love data. I can look at it. I told you one time, when I was in college, I had to take a stat class, the statistic. I didn't know why I had to take that class. It's so boring. They talk about mean and average and stuff like that. I don't know why I had to take that class. But now it comes in so handy. It's beautiful. I don't remember the material back then, but somehow in the back of my head, I kind of know what I look for. Okay? So look at this. This is the answer for your question, Jin. Should I buy a house now or wait? Okay. Look at this. This is my favorite. This is San Francisco Bay Area real estate market cycle, home price. Okay. It's from 1984 to 2019. Okay, look. In 1991, we got because of 1989 San Francisco earthquake. That's the biggest earthquake here, and it really affect our economic disaster. Only affect our economy, right? And look, the house value. This is the crisis that came in 1991. It lasts until 1994, and the home value go down 11%. 11%. Okay. And look, and then it start going up. From 1995 to 2001, the home value go up to 100%. Look, it go down only how much?
11.
11%, but how much it go up to?
100.
100%. And I bought my home right here. So should I not buy my home? If I did not buy my home here, I don't think I can buy my second home. I told you my first story, right? I bought my first home in 2001, 500,000, and I sold it in 2006 for 800,000. So in 2001, I only have 25,000, mean 5% for down payment. My first home. Most of the time, when you buy your first home, you don't have the down payment because you don't save enough. We're not saving. We were young and we don't like saving. Even now we don't like saving, right? 2006, because of my first home, I have the equity and I can do 20% down for my second home that I bought. And I bought that home for 1.3 million. Okay? Listen, 1.3 million with 20% down, that's a lot more than 20% of 500. But we had the second time when we had the down payment just because we bought our first home. If we didn't buy our first home because we are at the peak, then what happened? We never have the second home with 20% down. Maybe 6 years later, we still have a hard time with like 5% down payment, right? Look, and what happened? Right after we bought our first home, right? This is how it happened. 9/11.
Went down.
After my wedding, like a few months, and then I remember we were sleeping, and then Leon's friend called him, say, "Wake up and look at turn on your television." And we ran out of the room and turn on the television. Oh my God! I never forget that day, that morning. I never forget. And I went to work that morning feeling completely insane. But anyway, and it dropped 10%. But I still stay in the home. If I leave the house, where do I live, right?
Yeah.
So I stayed in my house, and look, it going up, 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 up. I bought my home 2006, and then not very long later, look, the market crashed. This is a big crash in 2000. It's from 2008 to 2011. So every time I bought a home, look, And we are in real estate, by the way. You think that real estate people know? We don't know anything when it's happened, okay? So we bought 2000, we wasn't a real estate agent back 2001. Okay, so but our home dropped, and then 2006 we bought our home, it dropped again. But we have to have a home to live in inside anyway. We're not gonna sell our home when it go low. Is that insane when you sell it when the price go low? We don't do that, right? And we need a home to stay in, right? What happened here? When the market go down, we buy more. You have a home to live in, just keep it there. The price go down, so what? It go down from 1.3 to 900. Were we scared? Yeah, we kind of like, oh my God, I wish I have money now to buy more home. I just wish I have more money to buy more home. And yes, we buy a lot more home during that time. It's awesome. That's the best time to buy. But if you just not done yet, yeah. And look, the crash go all the way to 2011, and then it start picking up. It said 88% up to 2019, but I think if it go all the way to 2020, I think it's a lot more. I think it's over 100% now.
Yeah.
This number over 100% now. Yeah. So my home now, it worth more than 2.1 million. I bought it 1.3, and it's now worth more than 2.1 million. All right. So should you buy a home now? Yes. So you got the answer. I don't need to tell you. So it doesn't matter. The crisis happened, the home value go down. But look, if you have a very long stick, you put it here. This is mathematics. It's one straight line. Home value only go up one straight line. So from now on, everyone, the young people, stop spending on Amazon, save your money and buy more home. Chị Uyên, don't go shopping too much. You go shopping too much.
Shop house.
Not yet.
Don't shop stuff.
Exactly.
But why the home price keep going up?
First of all, inflation. Inflation, okay? Inflation. It's inflation.
So what is the estimate inflation rate right now for California?
Then let's go. Okay, I don't have the graph that I need, so I use the three we have. I put them together. I try to align with the year 1965, 1965. I want to show you something. Even though inflation and interest rate are not exactly like rate go up, inflation go up, but somehow they behave similarly, okay? So you see it's kind of similar. This is the rate, this is the inflation. Look at how similar they are. They behave very similar. Even though you cannot say whenever inflation go up, the rate go up, that statement is wrong. You cannot say that. But they behave very similarly, okay? So, and people keep saying the inflation gonna go up, right? People are saying that, right? So we expecting rate going up, but of course it depends on other factors too, not just inflation. Interest rate gonna stay low for a while. Even though people say that inflation kicks in already, everything is more expensive now than before. I talked to one of the person that called me yesterday, my cô Gắm, my nanny, right? She called me yesterday. She said, "Oh my God, now everything is more expensive." She told me that. So inflation starting in. You're gonna see a lot of stuff that it's more expensive. Okay, so you see that? You cannot say, oh, because inflation is higher, rate is higher, but it's very similarly. Okay, so what? Inflation go up, go down, go up, go down. So what? Look at the home price. It's only what? It's only go up. It's only one way. So you can use this slide, guys, to share with your client. I love to. You get this presentation in the e-learning system, and please share with your client. I'm planning to do something like presentation to the homeowner. You can use this data and share with them. Okay. So on the next one, yeah. So here, our inflation rate 2.26 right now. look at this. I want to show you something. 2018 inflation rate is 2.44%, and the 30-year fixed rate in 2018. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, I don't have 2018. I only have 2021. Oh, forget it. So, I remember the interest rate 2018 is higher than 2019, but then the interest rate in 2020, it's supposed to be lower. In average, it's not lower. In average, it's higher than 2019. So, because I remember when the shelter in place happened, that's when all the investors, they were shaking and they increased the interest rate. That's why the average interest rate of 2020 is higher than 2019. At the end of 2020, rate go really low, but at some point of 2020, the rate is really high. So in average, it's higher, even though the inflation go lower in 2020. So you see that inflation go lower, but sometimes other factor doesn't keep the rate that low. But we talk about average rates. We don't talk about a particular point. At some point in 2020, the rate is really low, but in average, the interest rate in 2020 is higher than 2019, okay? And in 2021, interest rate is the inflation go higher. It's now 2.26, but the rate right now is a little bit higher than 2020, a little bit higher, okay? A little bit higher.
So
again,
when you're talking about the inflation rate, this is for 50 states, right? The average for 50 states.
Yes,
Okay.
this is
Because
average
I,
of
I feel that in California, it's much more higher.
I think so. So this, yes, it's only.
Just a quick question. At some point, the market has to correct itself because the real estate industry is cyclical. It goes up and it goes down, as your graphs have shown. So right now, we're going upward, but at some point, it does have to correct itself. And what would be the things that, or the indicators of that, when we start the self-correction phase?
I really don't know when it's gonna start correcting. I don't know. And Leon, you have something to say? We actually asked that. Is there any signal?
Yeah, at some point, it cannot continue to go straight up. This is cyclical, so it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And at some point, it has to correct itself. I know that when clients ask, I think it's gonna crash, it's not going to crash. There's not the bubble that existed back in 2008, because it was a whole different set of parameters that the problem was. It was more, the lending industry was just crooked back then, and so, it had to pop because it couldn't sustain. But right now, I do see it going up, and I see it sustaining because of COVID. The life has changed, society has changed. Shelter, of course, remains the number one thing, and so that's why properties, but at some point, it has to correct itself because it cannot continue to go up. And so my question is, what would be the indicators of that correction phase?
For the home price?
Yes, sir.
I think the home price will be correct when you think it's more expensive, which means the price is over the affordability. That's when the thing is correct. It's anything, it's not just the home price. Now, so how is affordability look like, and more expensive or less expensive? It depends on the money available, which means supply of money, or supply or demand, the home price, home buying. So at this point today, the main reason that home price keep going up because the money flowing into the market too much.
Yes.
Too much money flowing, the government printing the money, people have so much money in the saving checking account, and they earn from the stock market as well. So they put the money in there, so we see the dollar value is weaker, which means more inflation. More inflation, interest rate keep going up, but the price keep going up as well because everything look cheap. And today you have $100 last year, with versus today $100 today this year. The $100 this year will be less value than the last year, which means the home price look cheap. So that's why the home price still undervalued as of today. Now until one day the money stop flowing into the market, let's mean government stop rescuing the economy. They don't put the money into the citizen pocket anymore. And people are losing job. Then the money start losing the supply. They have a less supply in the pocket. Then things start have more expensive. At that time, price start correcting or maybe crash.
So by that.
So indication, yes, to answer your question, indication when you start for this year, when I start looking now, I'm watching the government, see how government put in the money. They stop offering money to the citizens or offering money from putting money into any plan or infrastructure or any investing into many different things, but without creating job. That's a problem. Keep having more inflation over months, over day.
Makes sense.
So I keep watching the government
Awesome.
for now.
So we will ask Leon to watch the government for
Can
us.
you call the president and give us some more
I say,
information?
stop giving us the money. Stop giving us the money.
They're gonna
giving
crash
money.
it and buy my home.
$600, give us $100,
But
$1,200.
$1,400 a month, what they can do with that?
They just approved, let's say, $16 billion for the Capitol Police, and they just keep spending money for something. I spend too much money, and that's a problem for us.
Yes.
People feel happy, but actually there's a problem.
Spend plus?
You spend more money to buy a home, buy a house. If you have $100,000 in the bank now, it's hard to to buy a house because the money is losing value. Because the government put too much money in the market.
Awesome.
And I think also when you start seeing a lot of the creative programs coming in, like the No Doc, and the weather begin to be less stringent
We be creative.
requirements,
How to spend
and
money.
you get to just not pay attention or get very, very, give a loan to almost anybody, that starts.
That's
to-
one of the signals too.
Yeah, that's a big signal there too, so, alright, so.
I think just buy a house today, even though we don't have enough income to support the loan lending, but we could just buy it. Go to buy the house with no doc income program for now, and the home price will keep appreciating. And maybe a few months later, you will have the equity in the house, and the market will correct itself. When, like I say, when the government stop pouring money into the market, interest rate going stabilize, everything stabilize, and then we will have a house.
So we should just buy more ink for the government so we can print more money then.
It will stop, so we'll stop any time. Okay. Yeah, soon.
Thank you, Leon. Thank you for awesome answer. It's awesome. I'm learning too. So we all learn, okay? So talking about buying a home, I see a lot of people, they are very creative when they buy a home. Like they bought a home. I know one person, he bought a home and he have 2 kids, right? His wife living downstairs and they're upstairs, there are 2 rooms, so they share 2 people, and each person who live in the one room in there pay $1,000. So $2,000 a month. And then he said, I'm gonna convert my garage, so I'm gonna rent it, so that he gonna collect at least $3,000 a month. And I think his monthly mortgage is like about $3,000. So if somebody in here and you feel like I have the down payment, but I don't wanna pay the monthly mortgage, be creative. Rent the rest of the house out and live in one room.
Living in
You
the
got a
kitchen.
home. You got a
Rent the
home,
living
right?
room.
We got a home. Oh, talking about that, my brother-in-law, Leon brother, when he bought a home and he when he's not living with his wife, he lived in the living room, and he rent the rest 3 rooms. He only need the couch to sleep, and then he cook and he eat. he rent everything else, and he don't have to pay mortgage.
It's creative.
Yeah, he's a single guy, so he's only need a couch. Then,
I have a cousin who rent out the couch in the kitchen.
yeah.
Only 300. But what she does, she like create a curtain, right? So she split the kitchen. Half of them is a couch, and somebody pay 300.
See, people make money no matter what. Anyway, we don't have enough house for rent in the Bay Area. We are in need of home. So when you buy a home and you want to rent it out, someone only rent it, right? Okay. So what is U.S. inflation rate in 2020? So I don't know. I actually looked up for the inflation in 2020. It looked like it goes straight line. I mean, I see it like a lot of people who predict that the inflation gonna stay where it is right now until like all the way until like in the middle of 2022. So I don't know. But what if it go up to 3% and 4%? We don't know, right? Everything is just what if. I don't know. So what if it going up, right? So the rate gonna go up. I think because it said also when the inflation go up, it's not only the rates go up. Some other factors have to consider, such as prices. Like when you buy consumer prices, when you buy stuff on the market, like everything go up. When everything more expensive and when the inflation rate go up, that two things gonna create a higher interest rate. But the interest is gonna keep going up if that's happening in the next 2 years, 3 years. But as Leon said, when the government doesn't pour in any more money, the market are gonna correct, so the price home gonna go not higher, but it's gonna be a little bit lower, but the rate gonna be higher. So you might buy a lower home price, but your rate is higher. So your monthly payment maybe the same, right? So
why wait?
So why wait? First of all, let's talk about why wait. This is awesome, the awesome point. Why wait? First of all, if you have a no doc loan now, doesn't mean you have no doc loan later. Okay? The subprime loans come and go, depend on the investor. If they have the money, they lend. They don't have the money, they stop. They can stop instantly. Like when 2020, March 16 or 15, I have a loan. I do a stated income loan, right? 2 stated income loan at that point, and they signed the final loan docs already. I'm waiting for the loan to fund, and my lender say they sent out an email in the morning that day I waited for them to fund the loan, and I received an email in the morning. We stopped funding all stated income loan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was in big trouble. That's why I was so stressful 2020, March, April, and May, because I tried to find loan for my borrower to put them in a home because they sold their home. It was so stressful back then. So the no doc loan not gonna stay forever, and the rate for no doc loan right now is so good, less than 5% for 30-year fix. So first of all, don't wait because the no doc loan might not be available when the home price go down. Okay, and even if the no doc loan still there at that time, the rate gonna be 7 or 8%, not 5% or lower. For people who qualify for a loan right now because they have a job, they have good income, they qualify for a mortgage. What if by the time the market go down, they lose their job already? They not qualify for a mortgage anymore, and there is no way to buy a home. Like I remember in 2006 when we buy our second home, the home that we're still living in right now. We did that loan and with 4 doc loans, right? We have 20% down, and then a few years later when the market crashed, the home value was 900,000. But listen, I look at it, I say, if right now the home is 900,000, but I don't think I can get any loan at this point because at that point, 2008, 2009, the real estate market goes soft. We don't make any money. We can't qualify for any mortgage, and there is no loan for us. Like there was no doc loans for us to buy that home. Even 900,000 at that point, we can't get it. We cannot buy that home, even though we know it's gonna go down at 900. Even if we did not buy the home in 2006 at 1.3 million, in 2008, 2009, there is no way we buy that home, even at only 900,000, because there is no loan available for us. So same situation, if somebody qualify for a mortgage right now and have the down payment right now, what are you waiting for? You waiting for one day you lose your job and then you can't get a loan and then the home value go down. Yeah, the home value is so good, but I can't buy it because I don't have a loan. So why wait? I talked about this a few years back on my radio show. I talk about this a lot. Don't wait. As the moment you qualify, you have the down payment, go for it. People said, what if I lose my job? Do you still have to have a home to live in if you rent a home? If you currently rent a home and you still lose your job, do you still need to stay in that home? Yes.
Of course, yeah.
You need the
need
home
a place.
anyway, so you lose your job, so what? Because they're afraid I'm gonna lose my down payment. Wait a minute. If you lose your job, you still have to find money to pay for your rent. Then find money to pay for your mortgage. Go work for McDonald's, work for anywhere they hire you, work for supermarket,
DoorDash.
Uber. That's a lot more opportunity now, right now.
Yeah.
And that's a very good point. Yeah, you can still keep your home. Doesn't matter when you lose your job and you have.
A lot of engineers doing that too,
Yeah.
right? They do Uber, DoorDash to make more money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is no reason for you to not buy a home because of any reason. First of all, when you buy a 30-year fixed loan, you buy a home, you lock in a 30-year fixed home mortgage, you lock in the power of your money. And then you also have the homeowner tax benefit and your home appreciation. And then you have homeowner tax benefit at the end of the year, you file tax. So there are tons of reasons for you buying a home instead of not buying a home.
That's true.
So can you do this to your client today? Call them and say, hey, this is how you're gonna buy your home right now.
Actually, I take them out tonight. Buy, hurry up.
So it doesn't matter, okay? So
That's powerful. Lock in the power of your money.
yes, lock in the power of your money. Okay. I want somebody on the Zoom to read the first line for me. Who wanna volunteer? I wanna wake you up.
Tell us.
Joss.
I can do it if you want.
Yeah, first one, Joss.
Inflation and interest rate goes up and down accordingly.
Yes. Thank you, Joss. Andre, go ahead, second one.
House price goes up no matter what.
Do you agree with me on that one, Andre?
That one.
The house price go up no matter what, right? Okay.
Yes.
Who wanna do the third one?
Rate is the lowest in the history of U.S. since 1955.
Thank you, Tracy. Right now, the interest rate is really, really low. That never before, ever. Right? So even the house price is really high, but the interest rate is really low, so it make up for it. That's why people come out and buy home like crazy. They fighting for the house.
That's true.
Who wanna do the third one?
Fourth.
How with the fourth one? Go ahead, Joss. Nobody volunteer, only you three.
Will rate be lowered?
Okay.
Sure.
So we don't know. So these questions we don't know. But do we care if rate lower or not?
No.
No.
Don't care.
We don't care because it's so low already. It's so low already.
I have a listing. Go buy mine.
Do this presentation. People are gonna come and buy your listing.
Hey, my listing is just perfect from rent to buy. First home. Very affordable.
Okay. Andre, the next one, Andre.
Will rate be higher?
Okay, will it be higher?
Yes.
It will.
Yes, it will, for sure. When it's so low, it have to go only one way, right? Have to go higher at some point. But I don't think it go to 20%, right? I don't even think it go to 80% or 18 or 16 or 15 or 10. It might go up at some point, but it's not going that high. I don't think it ever go up to over 10%. I don't think they're gonna let that happen ever again. Because they didn't know back then. They let that happen back then, but no more.
Yeah. Also, one advantage of the 30-year amortize is that there's always a cap, so that can secure you for that cap.
Exactly.
So that's something we have to explain to the borrower.
That the 30-year fixed cap.
Yeah. So if you have a 30% right now, and if the rate go 10%, let's say tomorrow, it's not gonna go 10% tomorrow because you have a cap.
Exactly.
It will only go as far as 2% every year.
No, but
So-
that's for the arm rates. If we do 30-year fixed, we don't have anything. The rate gonna stay the same for 30 years.
Okay, on the arm rate, yeah.
Yeah,
So
only
it's
the
still
arm
just
rates.
get in,
Yeah.
get into the home.
Yeah.
You still, you're still insured with the 2 cap rate.
Yeah.
Every
So
year.
nowadays, I suggest everybody do 30-year fixed because right now we think we have the lowest rate already. 30-year fixed to lock in the power of your money that it's gonna stay there for 30 years. You're gonna pay the same amount of payment every month for until you pay off your loan. So 30-year fix is better. Tracy, next one.
Do you want to continue renting?
Okay. Answer this question, guys. Do you want to continue renting?
No.
Say it one more time.
No.
Louder.
No.
No. No.
Good, Chị Jamie.
No.
No, Chị Jamie. Okay, can Chị Jamie, you read the last one for me.
Should I buy my dream home now or wait?
Okay.
Why?
So should I thank you, Chị Jamie.
Now.
Right now. That she said right now.
Now.
Don't wait. Buy right now.
Bye.
Right now.
Yes. So you all agree with me. This is how you go out there and talk. Because remember, our client come to us because they need our confidence. People are so unsure what to do. Listen to me. I meet so many clients, they don't know what to do. And if you don't know what you're talking about, if yourself feel like, should we buy home now? Then you're gonna make them feel that. Even though you don't tell them, but when they ask you, should I buy a home now? And in your mind, you still don't know what is the answer, they feel it. Okay? They say, oh, I don't think she said yes because she's thinking. Okay? But if you say, yes, buy right away, then she will listen. Like I have one client right now, she in contract for $685,000, and she keep the moment like when we tried to put her in contract, she failed a few times, and every time she failed, she cried, and then she said, oh, I want that home, I want a home, I want a home, I want a home. And the moment we got in contract, she want to back out.
That's normal.
Because she afraid that she bought the home at too high of a price.
Yeah. Remorse. Buyer remorse.
And every day she just want to back out. And I say, you know what? You back out. This is no contingency offer, right? First of all, you think this is expensive, but the moment you back out, you lose $20,000 deposit. That's expensive, right? And why you think it's expensive? She said, I think it's too expensive because I got in contract. Ha! Ha! Okay. All right. So okay. And now, for example, you back out, you lose $20,000. I'm fine with you backing out. I'm not gonna force you to go in. Go ahead, back out. But knowing you lose $20,000, and then if you keep looking for a home, right? First, I know you keep looking for a home, and the home price go up $20,000 more. And for example, you say yes to that one, and you go all the way, you lose $40,000. Okay. And then not yet. And I'm not sure at that time I am able to do your loan for you. I'm not sure. I'm not telling her the truth. You're lucky you got your loan. Doesn't mean I get lucky the second time. You know, it's all up to you. It's totally up to you. You want to buy it or not, you decide. And she keep backing out. But she didn't really do anything. She just keep talking about backing out. And I leave her alone. I get my loan done. Okay? And she moving and she close it.
And did she come back and say anything right now?
No, we close. Are we signing soon? We're signing soon. Because honestly, when I work with my client, I tell them what's good for them. It's totally their choice to back out, to lose. But we have to be in the position where we're so certain about what we say. We have to be confident about what we're saying. Because the moment we confuse, they feel it.
The energy.
Because I go like all the way and I say, you know what? Totally fine. You back out, fine with me. But I see that you lose so much money, and you never have the house because the house value gonna go up, not going down. I'm telling her that. So a lot of my clients, when they call me, they ask so many questions not because they want to give me a hard time. You gotta keep this in mind. Not because people want to give us a hard time, just because they don't know if they are doing the right thing or not. I got crazy client, so confusing, don't know what to do, and always try to give me a very hard question. The only thing I focus on is, this is the right thing to do, and this is the wrong thing to do. And if you do this, you're doing the right thing. If you do this, it's the wrong thing. That's how I go with very hard clients. And at the end, when they go all the way through with me, they appreciate me so much. Because after it's done, they realize. They see it. I have one client, right? He called me over the weekend. He said, it's so funny, Minh Chau. I call all of my friends to refer you, and I talk about you so highly, and they say, hey, did you make any money for this? Like, if I work with that lady. I said,
A referral.
yeah. He said, no. And then he like, oh.
He just shoot himself.
But you know, when people appreciate you to the point that because you do everything right for them, that's what they do for you. And we are here for what? Raving fans, referral, repeat client. Okay. And one thing he said, after the closing, right? I record my own video, like 15 seconds. Say, hey, thank you for getting the loan done with us, and remember to refer client to me. And he called me. He said, I like your video. This is so cool. I'm gonna copy what you do to my client. People appreciate us little videos. So, and I remind him to refer client to me. First of all, thank you so much for doing the loan, and remember to refer client for me. Less than 15 seconds, I guess, and he appreciated it. So do that.
Sometimes they forgot.
This is so powerful, guys. Use it.
Yesterday I used it.
Good. I saw your video. But do it. Use it every day.
You. She put me out of control. I said, no, I look ugly. I don't want
No,
it.
you look pretty. Listen.
Post that. She almost
Back out.
She was almost in tears to hit send on that. Isn't that a great video, everybody?
That's the best video. Listen. I had video like my hair go crazy. I look back now, I go like, but you know what? I put it out anyway. Do people care? You think they care? Yeah, they might. Oh, look at her hair. Yeah, so what?
I said, no, let me go back and edit. She said, no, edit.
She wanted to go home and redo it and write a script and redo
It's
it.
totally different. It's a different energy.
Wasn't it great?
That's awesome, and it's a totally different energy.
Yeah.
Don't try to be perfect yourself.
That's perfectionist syndrome. Have to be perfect.
No, people nowadays they want something authentic. They want the real you at that point.
And I want to share good news. When I text that video to my client, I never see any realtor that's so active. You do everything. You don't know. She said, I'm going to refer you more. I will talk to my client, to my neighbors. Because she see the activity, because whatever I did, I text her. I text her the video, I text her door knock, I text her everything. So she knows what I'm doing, right? So she said, a lot of realtors, they just post it and they don't even care. But I did everything that I told her I do. And she saw that, and she said, I'm going to refer you more.
See?
That's all I need.
Awesome. So, all right, thank you everybody. I think that's it for today. We don't have anything else, but thank you so much for joining today's training. Thank you.
Awesome.
The no doc loan, is it only for first buyer?
No, for everyone. So what happened is when you have anyone you know that want to do no doc loan, bring them here. I talk to them. All I need is to run